Yo, what's going on, Sacktown? It's your boy Sacktown Pete back with another video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate my previous video. It was definitely an emotional video to do, so I greatly appreciate everyone that watched it, that reached out. It meant a lot to me. I greatly do appreciate it once again, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to reach out and for your well wishes. That means a lot to me and my family, so thank you guys so much. All right, let's go and get started with this. Vlade Divac, if you guys don't know, Vlade Divac, the GM of the Sacramento Kings, has stepped down, and Peja the assistant GM who was working with Vlade Divac, he has stepped down as well. And this doesn't come as a shock or a surprise to me because, as if you guys know, a couple years ago when we traded DeMarcus Cousins, Vlade Divac did say that if he doesn't seem that we're better in a couple years after the Boogie Cousins trade, that he will step down. And fast forward to this current day, he has stepped down. So I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if it's a bad thing. But I will say that, you know what? I know Vlade Divac has a good heart, and he did what he can. He did what he can. He tried it. He tried to make it work. He tried to turn this thing around. A couple of blown opportunities where I really think that he had it, but just couldn't get it done. And that's the reason why he stepped down. So, with that being said, I hate to say this. We're looking at another possibly a teardown rebuild. As much as I hate to say that, because the new general manager, whoever that's going to be, is going to probably want to bring in his own people. And that leads me to Luke Walton. I feel bad for Luke Walton. Sources have said that his job is safe right now. But, like I said, once the new GM comes in, he's probably going to want to hire his own coach. And it's just not fair to Luke. So I think most likely there's a good chance of him relieving Luke Walton of his coaching duties. And it sucks because I wanted Luke to get more time, and I still hope that he does somehow get another season or more time. But at the same time, I can see the writing on the wall, and I can see the GM wanting to bring in his own people and his own coaching staff. So there's that. We'll say that the next GM, whoever it's going to be, it's got, I said this with Vlade Divac 5 years ago. This guy has to stick around with the organization for a long time. And 5 years later, we're back where we were 5 years ago. So it's a crappy position to be in. But then at the same time, I guess it's a change. It's different this time around compared to what it was 5 years ago because our roster is young. We have a lot of young assets, and we have potentially good young talent that it's not quite there yet, but they eventually will be there one day. But we'll see what happens. And when I'm talking about young talent, I'm talking about De'Aaron Fox, Marvin Bagley, and Buddy Hield, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Harry Giles, and Rashawn Holmes. But I'm just going to go ahead and say that Vivek and Divac, if you're watching this, sir, I really wish you can just call your good friend Jed York, who's the San Francisco 49ers owner, and I really wish that you can just give him a call and just talk to him. Just talk to him. Act like Jed York. Just cut the checks, Vivek. Uncle Vivek, just cut the checks, man. I just feel like, under your ownership, there's been a lot of change, a lot of coaching staff, a lot of coaches, a lot of GMs, two, 3 GMs. So I could go on and on, but I just feel like you might be involved in basketball operations. You might, and I get it. You're the owner, and I get that. But I feel like you should maybe the next person you bring in as a general manager, let him seize control of the roster and decision making on the coaching staff. And I think you should just stay out of all basketball operations and just cut the checks. I use Jed York as an example is because Jed York back in the Jim Harbaugh era, he was always in his head and ears, and Harbaugh got sick and tired of it. So I think he learned that from that era. And when he hired Travolta and Shanahan, those two really coexist, as you can see this past season. Yes, the 49ers lost the Super Bowl, but they were Super Bowl contenders within like a couple years, all through drafting and signing key free agents. So I'm not trying to compare basketball to football. I'm just using Jed York as an example of him setting out of all football operations and just letting his GM and his coach do the roster and handle all operations. Whereas Vivek Divac, please just cut the checks. Stay out of all basketball operations. Whoever the next GM is, sir, please give him the freedom to do whatever he wants. And I really hope that we bring in somebody that has background as a GM, as has a lot of experience as a GM. That was the only flaw that I had against Vlade Divac when he first was promoted to the GM role. He just didn't have any background experience. I mean, he had people around him that he would learn, and people that would help assist with him. And Peja and Kent from Detroit Pistons and Joe Dumars now. So there's people around him, but I feel like he didn't have the experience, and I feel like the next guy has to have that experience. I mean, my wish list, if I had it my way, I would try to bring in the logo. I would bring in Jerry West. I would at least try to ask permission to reach out to Jerry West and ask him and see if he wants the job. But it's a long shot. I think Jerry West has done. The reason why I want Jerry West is because he's the logo. He's the brand of he's the logo of the NBA, and everywhere he's gone, he's made a difference. Golden State, Memphis Grizzlies, the Los Angeles Lakers, of course, and the Los Angeles Clippers. So I would love to get him. I would love to even just get a chance to even interview him if he's interested in the job. I mean, it may seem like a long shot because I feel like he's good where he's at right now. But a lot of rumors, a lot of candidates, that are rumored to be in the mix. I really hope whoever it is, I really do hope Vivek and the people around Vivek understand that this is this is really, really important. I mean, this GM has to oversee basketball operations at least the next foreseeable future of the Sacramento Kings. And a part of me is I'm excited, but then a part of me is like it's going to set us back because, as I mentioned, a new GM wants to bring in his coaching staff, and that coach probably wants to bring in his own players. And the way I look at it right now, De'Aaron Fox is probably the only untouchable player that we have right now. I mean, I can throw Marvin Bagley in there just because we drafted him number 2 overall pick, and he still has some room to grow and obviously room to improve and get right, physically. What do you do with Buddy Hield and his $90 million contract? That the new GM will have to decide on that, what he wants to do. And then considering the fact that if Luke Walton is going to stick for another season, that might be riding the wall for Buddy Hield because he does not want to come off the bench. What do you do with Bogdan Bogdanovic? What do you do with Harry Giles? And I forgot to mention in my previous video, I'll mention their names now. What do you do with Alex Len? A solid, reliable big man. And what do you do with Kent Bazemore? Jabari Parker has a team option, which I heard that he may exercise and he will come back. But, with the GM position open and who they bring in, we'll see if that's probably in the air right now as well. Me personally, I would definitely give, obviously, De'Aaron Fox the max extension. I mean, you're going to give it to him, so you might as well, just lock him up before the season starts again. Man, that'd be some shit if he just declines the rookie extension. But anyways, I'm positivity. I ain't trying to think of that right now. But if I were to GM, to give De'Aaron Fox the extension, show and tell him that you're going to build around him, continue to build around him. I would find wherever the draft pick's going to be. I know the lottery's coming up, and we're rumored to have the 12th pick. So I would package that with Buddy Hield and see what you can get for Buddy Hield. I think his time in Sacramento is done. I could be wrong. Maybe a new GM could change that and be on Buddy's side, but I would definitely feel some offers. Look what we can get for him. We'll see where that goes with Buddy Hield, or we wanted him back on the team, give him another shot, see where it goes. I would definitely keep Bogdan Bogdanovic. Whatever the cost may be, it's going to probably cost us, but I would keep him. If I know I'm going to move Buddy, I would definitely keep Bogdanovic because he's a better basketball player, a better IQ. He has a high IQ than Buddy Hield, better defender, and just a better overall basketball player than Buddy Hield. And I would give Luke more time. We'll see how that goes as well. As I mentioned, I feel for Luke, but at the same time, it's all business at the end of the day. So I would give him time, and we'll see where it leads us to free agency and trades. I would bring back Harry Giles. Obviously, he's definitely progressed on his time on the court this season, and I really would like to get him back, bring him back, and see him on the Kings uniform for the foreseeable future. I love Bazemore. We'll see how much that costs. I would love to bring him back. I just love his hustle, his tenacity for the game, and his passion and his fire. And I think Rashad Holmes has an option, but you got to bring Rashad Holmes back. You got to bring him back. He's the heart and soul of the team. He's a blue collar guy. I love his passion and his dedication for the game. So, that's going to do it for me, guys. Sorry it's a little longer video today. I just wanted to get that stuff off my chest. Thank you, Vlade Divac. Thank you, Peja for your contributions towards the Sacramento Kings organization. Really wish it would have worked. A couple of things that possibly set us back. It's showcasing as of right now. I don't want to get into details. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. A couple of coaching changes and the Luka Doncic debacle over Marvin Bagley. The Marvin Bagley over Luka Doncic. That's probably never gonna go away in terms of talking about drafting because Luka Doncic is balling out right now. He's a stud, and Marvin Bagley has been an injury. He's been hurt this year, so I'm still holding out hope for Marvin Bagley. As you know, I'm a big Marvin Bagley fan. I'll defend him until he's proven that if he's injury prone or whatnot. I mean, people forget that he was NBA All-First Rookie team in his rookie year, and just unfortunately this year he's just been hurt most of the year. So Bags, I got high hopes for Marvin Bagley. Can't wait to see him back on the court, healthy. I think he's going to do big things for us, and yeah, we'll just see, guys. So let's hang in there. Let's just hope for the best GM that we can possibly get. I'll keep you guys updated. Crazy times in California right now with all these fires going on and just the humidity and even just it's been crazy. Certain areas of the Northern California area are, evacuating. I wish everyone is staying safe and I wish everyone is staying healthy as well, guys. That's going to do it for me. NBA playoffs, people have been asking me about, who I want to win. I don't really care at this point. It's just been shitty not seeing my team the last 14 years in the playoffs. I'm sure you Kings fans can relate. So I don't really have a go-to team. Sacramento Kings till the day I die. And yeah, tough times. Maybe tough times ahead with another rebuild upon us, but maybe not. Maybe this GM will get it right. Maybe we will do great things with this new GM. And maybe our current players will elevate and go next level with the GM in place and with a new coach or Luke Walton. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. Please hit the like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in my next video. Take care, God bless, and keep pushing forward. All right, guys. Peace.